Now I know some of you stopped in here today for the food, and I know some of you are not exactly sure why you're here. But I've spoken to a lot of you and you've said that you're more serious about your health. I know I have to be because I want to make sure that I'm here, this is my family. I want to be here for the next 3 or 4 decades, okay? Now, who here is interested in learning more about our prices and learning more about the specials that we have here today at the show? Okay, great. So let me go ahead and get some clipboards out here. Now this is our color brochure, and behind it, this is what we call our opportunity form. And we also call this a prescription for better health. If you wanted to order the cookware or some of our cookware, this is exactly how you do it. But if today's not your day, don't worry about it. We've been doing this show for several years. This brochure is my free gift to you. Now make sure you leave the opportunity forms on the clipboard. Go ahead and take the brochure, but do not take my pens, because if you do, once you get past the booth, they'll explode. I don't want anybody to get hurt. Okay, just kidding. Now people would ask me, now Brandt, how would you order the cookware if you wanted to? Well, let me tell you, there's a good reason we don't sell this in stores, because how would you know this is waterless and greaseless cookware unless it's demonstrated? It's the only way for you to know that. So that's why we do over 4,000 shows a year. Now, the best place to order is here because you're going to get huge discounts. You're going to get factory direct pricing today, and we're going to talk about some of the specials that you're going to receive as well. So let me go ahead and pass these out. Okay, here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Now everybody look up here. Okay, this in front of you here is the classic set if you're cooking for 1 to 3. Now this is my Freedom skillet. This is a workhorse of my kitchen. If there was one pan that I would recommend for you to receive today, this would be the one that I would recommend. We also have our 3-quart and our 2-quart. Now this is for pots, stews, and chilies. This actually 2-quart acts as a double boiler, but it's also a domed lid. Okay, this is what you would do your roast on top of the stove, and you would cook in 1/3 of the time. That's going to save you time and money. Now if you were to cook, say, corn, okay, you would boil the pot for 20 minutes and then you put the corn in for another 20 minutes. That's 40 minutes of time. Now Bob, once we take the corn out, all that delicious corn, what happens? That's right, all the nutrients are left behind. Folks, this is like microwaving without all the radiation. You'll have fresh corn here, 10 ears in 7 minutes. Okay? Now, we also, who saw me flip that egg? We have our 7-inch saute pan and our 10-inch. This is brand new. And the 10-inch is what you do your omelets and your veggies in. Let me go ahead and pass that around. Go ahead and pass those 2 around. Okay? And then the last piece I did not talk about is the 1-quart. This is the one that I did the veggies in. Now, Carol, tell me, what do you do with your lid while you're cooking? We have great engineers here. So we have figured out that the lid will fit right there. And that's on all the pieces on your set, okay? This is also counterbalanced. So if you like to hang your cookware, you'd be able to do it just like that, okay? So if you don't have a lot of space in your kitchen, boat, or RV, this is gonna nest down to about 10 inches. The RV crowd really loves us because they're cooking without water and temperature. So this is going to not produce all of the heat and cook things in a much quicker fashion. Now that's if you're cooking for 1 to 3. Now if you're cooking for 4 to 7, the set behind me, that is all the same pieces but twice the capacity. So you're gonna have bigger stock pots and bigger skillets, okay? Do I have any bakers here? Any bakers? Any bakers? Okay, great. Best commercial baker anywhere in the world. Mrs. Fields uses our cookie sheets to bake cookies. Here, let me go ahead and pass that around. Okay, now if you were to order almost everything in here in the booth, that's called the works. And the works comes with me. That's when I am actually going to hand deliver your new cookware. I'm going to take all the old stuff away, and I am also going to stay with you for 2 weeks. And I'm going to do all the cooking and the cleaning. I like movies, I like games, I'm a good listener. Actually, 2 weeks ago, I had a woman, she said she was gonna buy 2 sets and keep me for a month. When I called my wife, she says, listen, you do all the cooking and cleaning, you need to get your butt back here. So obviously that didn't happen. Do I have any slow cooker or crock pot fans? Anyone? Okay, great. So our slow cooker, now that's like when the meal's been cooking all day and you can smell it cooking when you come home. So with the slow cooker, ours is a little bit different because we have a woman named Doris. And Doris has been with us for 23 years and she came up with a great idea. So, Carol, what's the problem with crock pots? Yep, cleaning. Cleaning is the problem with that. So she said, why don't we separate them? So you have a 4-quart pot for soup, stews, and chilies, and the best part is you have an extra base. And your cookware, other pieces will fit right in that. Isn't that awesome? So when you've been working all day and you come home and you smell all that good aroma cooking, that is the moisture that is escaping from the pot. And that's your food actually shrinking. Did you ever start with a meatloaf and end up with a meatball? Yeah, exactly. Now, I'm going to get up and close and personal here with Bob. He's closest to me, so I'm going to bring this around and so that you can go ahead and, do you smell anything cooking up here, Bob? If I told you that I had a Tuscan barbecue chicken, then would you believe me? Okay, you calling me a liar, Bob? I thought we were friends. Actually, go ahead and very carefully take that top off there. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Doesn't that look awesome? Oh my God. My stomach is going right now. I am so hungry. So what happens is the vapor seal locks all that moisture and the flavor in. And you can just smell it. This chicken is going to fall right off the bone. And I spent about $7.60 on this chicken here today. Now, a lot of times we want to brown bag it and save money. But then you come home and you end up blowing your budget and blowing your health because you're going to order pizza or Chinese food. Okay? So this is the healthiest option. It's cheap, it's easy, and it's the most healthiest option for you. Now, also with your sets, you're going to get recipes and you're going to get instructions on how to take care of your cookware. Now this works great on gas, electric, induction, and a ceramic stove. Does anybody have gas here? Anybody have gas? No? Okay. So, oh, I almost forgot, stack cooking. Now, if you've not known about stack cooking, let me go ahead and show you how this works. So I'm going to take my Freedom skillet here, and I'm going to take my 3-quart. So I'm going to put a roast in here, and I'm also going to put my dome cover on top. Then I'm going to put my Freedom skillet on top of there. We're going to do a pineapple upside down cake on top of that. Okay, so what's happening here is all the aluminum is pushing that heat up, and there's only about a 4-degree difference between here and the top of this. Okay, so that iron core in the cookware is turning these into mini Dutch ovens, and because of that, you can cook all this on one burner. Now, I know you wouldn't do this normally, okay, but there's at least 2 days a year where you could use some extra burners. Carol, do you know what those days are? That's right. It's Christmas and Thanksgiving, maybe your birthday. But Bob here is smart enough. You're going to go out on your birthday, okay? So I completely understand that.
I know.
Okay. Stop.